So on Discord, I asked for some suggestions of what to do in this video, and I got quite a few that I figured I could do or wanted to do at some point. So now there's going to be two more parts after this, with this stuff. So for today, we're going to be adding all of this in the next part, which should be coming out over like the week that this part came out, hopefully. Then yeah, we'll cover all of this, and then in the next part after that, all of this. Today, what we're gonna do, we're gonna add hit markers, and we're gonna add in damage indicators, so whenever you shoot someone, there's more feedback for the player, and also it tells you how much damage you've done, which is helpful if you can't see like a health bar or something, or maybe you don't want health bars. Also, it just looks kind of cool. Then we've got muzzle flash improvements / muzzle smoke. We're gonna change it to a particle emitter because it looks better. And then we've got extra bullet in chamber. So basically with a gun, how it works is once you chamber the gun, there's a bullet stuck in the gun, right? Think about it like that. So when we take out the magazine, there's still a bullet in the gun, which can be shot. So if we put in another magazine with, let's say, 30 rounds into the gun, there's still going to be the bullet in the chamber. So there's 31 bullets in total. So that's basically what we're going to do. Reserve ammo, so instead of just saying 30 out of 30, and whenever you reload it just goes back to 30, you're going to have ammo that you can probably pick up. I'll probably do that maybe. And that will add on, and you can reload, and it'll take it from this. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So first we're going to add hit markers, because right now our game lacks a lot of feedback, and feedback's an important thing in game development. So when we hit somebody, it's very boring. There's not really much that goes on. You can have like blood, you can have like you know, like headshot sounds. Make it more impactful and make it more powerful, make it more like satisfying, because right now when we hit somebody they just fall and die and we don't really get anything. I want to add in hit markers so that we have at least something, and it's really not that hard to add. Hit markers for me are just going to be text that, or not text, like a hit marker symbol in the middle of the screen that'll just appear for a second and then disappear. So to start with hit markers, we first need the actual GUI for a hit marker. So I've been working a lot in like Unreal and Unity recently, so I'm kind of rough or like rusty. So sorry. Okay, so we need like an image. We'll put this in the middle of the screen, so we'll set the anchor point to 0.5, 0.5, set the position to 0.50, 0.50, and scale we can just leave as is. We'll go to toolbox, decals, hit marker. This one will do. We actually, I don't know why I'm copying this in, we just need the ID. So copy asset, we'll right click, copy asset ID, and then I want to set this image labels image to the ID of the hit marker. Set background transparency to 1, and it's still a little bit too big, and also the scale is still in offset. So we'll set it to 0.10, 0.10. That's way too big. Well, actually no, we'll keep using offset, and then we'll just convert it using the plugin. Just so I can see how big it actually is, I'm going to disable all of this. That looks to be about right. Yeah, and that might be too big. Actually, I think it doesn't have to be too big. That's good. I like that. Okay, we'll rename this to hit marker, and I'll also use the auto scale light plugin that we have used before. But now, I don't know why I didn't make it invisible. Make it invisible. And basically, all we need to do for a hit marker is we're going to add sounds too, but we'll do that after the UI works. So, if I publish and go into the game, what we need to do is whenever a bullet collides with a player, which we already know when it does, so that part's easy enough, we need to basically run some code where the hit marker appears. That's our first thing, making the hit marker image actually appear. Because if we can do that, then it's not that difficult from there. So, the setup that I am going to do, and first I want to find... Yeah, we don't take damage in here, we take damage in framework server. So in the module script for the M4, this is where we have all of the caster code, which is probably a bad idea. If I was going to do this approach, I'd have one global module, and then each instance of this will be a child instance. If that made my brain's on like 2% power right now, and that's where OP comes in, but we aren't really using that in this series. Okay, so we have all of our code to damage. We could have a special headshot hit marker. I think we're going to do that. And we can also have it display the damage that we do if we want. Okay, so in modules, I'm just going to add it here, why not? I'll call this hit marker. So in this module, we're going to change this to hit marker system. And we'll change this to it as well. Create a new function. Just, I don't know, hit marker new in it, cast play. Sure, we'll do player, why not? Hit marker system. Play. Now we can call this on the server, that's kind of what I want to do, because that'll probably be easier. So first here I'll just say a local hit marker system equals require and script.parent.hit require game.replicated storage modules.hit marker system. This isn't really the best way to do it because you're requiring the same module in every weapon module. So we actually start it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say hit marker system player, and now we can have let's do headshot hit markers. So headshot, which is a boolean. We could do type checking, but I'm not going to. We haven't done it anywhere else. And then what else? Well, if we're going to do it in the server, which again I wouldn't do, I'd just do it in the client, we need to pass through a player, because this is just the easiest way to do it. I'm not going to lie. So true. And then we'll say just pass through the owner, and now we can copy this underneath, just set this to false, and in the hit marker system I'll say print player, and underneath I'll just say print headshot. If I shoot one of them, I missed. Okay, there we go. And now if I headshot, yeah. So when we say Brazilian Boogaloo, that's me, that's the player. For this, we can say player dot player GUI dot hood dot hit marker dot visible equals true, and I'm just gonna straight up say task dot weight 0.5 and then false. Now, well, and that should hopefully just quickly do it but not interrupt any of our other code. I actually want it to be like 0.2. I just want it to be very quick. I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to fly the camera over to where the dummies are, and I'm just going to play here. Okay, hit markers are working great. Not perfect, but they work. Okay, now it's time for headshot hit markers because we actually want to add that in. So what I'm going to do is I'll say, just up here, I'll say if headshot, then I'll also put an, I cannot spell, I'll also put else. And what we're going to do is whenever we get a headshot, the hit marker is going to turn red. So to do this, we're going to change a property. Hold on. We're going to change a property, the image color, to red. That is good, as you can see. And then it's just going to be white every other time. So in here, I'll say if headshot, then player.player GUI dot hood dot hit marker. I'm going to promote this to a variable, it's going to be easier. Hit marker dot image color, was it image color 3? I don't know. Probably, hold on. I'll just change this to red. Yeah, good. Actually, why is this here just red? Otherwise, I want it to be 111, which is just white. As you can see. And here we can just say hit marker.visible. There we go, that should be okay. Let's test. So now it should turn red every time. Oh no, I actually got it wrong. It's image color 3. I forget some pointless stuff. Okay, so it's normal. And then if we get a headshot, it's red. It's a little bit off, but like, oh well, it works. Now I want to add a hit marker sound. So to do this, I'm going to look for a hit marker sound. So audio. I'll just use this one. And we'll just parent it to this, and I'll just call it just hit marker, that's fine. Set the volume to like 0.1, we don't want it to be loud. Right, and I'll say I don't want to clone it every time. So what I'll do is I'll say if player.character primary path find first child hit marker else. And let me just make sure this works because okay, yeah, it does. Okay, so then what we need to do is we need to play the sound if it's true. Play the sound if it's true. And if it's false, we need to create it. And sets parent. Player.character primary path sound ID equals script.hitmarker sound ID sound.volume equals script.hitmarker volume, and then sound name equals hitmarker sound play. Okay, just to show you guys. I really can't tell if it's working or not, which is a problem. Here I am. And then if I go to humanoid root part. Okay, so it's in there, but it's just really quiet. So I'm gonna set it to like 5. Hopefully not go deaf. That's great. That's done. We don't really need to worry about this. And then anything in this script, all the hit marker stuff, we're gonna have to just copy it to all of our other weapons, which is annoying. So like if I was you, so now that we have hit markers, I want to do like a damage indicator. So just something that pops up next to it that tells you how much damage you've dealt. I also want to do like a kill indicator, so it tells you when you killed someone. So first I'm gonna add a text label, which is gonna go just here or something. And I'm just gonna make the text yellow. Make the background transparent. And by default, I'll just set this to like plus 100. No, I'll set this to a an amount of damage, like 25. I kind of don't really like that shade of yellow. That'll do. And then I'll set this to left. Just change this to damage. Use the plugin that we always use. Make these invisible. Okay, so back in the hit marker script, what we're going to do is make the damage indicator appear. So here we'll just say local damage equals player.player GUI.HUD damage, and say damage.visible equals true, and then damage.visible equals false. And now if I try it, it should work. It does. It looks okay. I think it's pretty good. It already gives the game more like feedback. It's kind of not really great with the muzzle flash, because the muzzle flash is yellow. I really hate that muzzle flash. I think I might redo it with a particle emitter, because that looks really bad. And then damage, I'll just add like a stroke to it. So border size pixel. Not border size pixel, what am I doing? Text stroke transparency 0. I'll set it to be like just bright white. Not the text color, I'm an idiot. The text stroke color. Yeah, good enough. Okay. Alright, cool. So now if I test this, it should be a little bit more clear. Yeah, it is. So I'm also gonna say here damage.text equals, and then we need to get the damage. So in order to get the damage, I think what we'll do is, because we have it in these scripts, I'm going to take the damage and just throw it in as an extra parameter. Like that. In here, damage, I'll say damage.text equals damage. Actually, wait, no. Damage text. And that should be okay. So let's just test it. It works. So now we just need to copy that into the M9 script. And you can add these to the knife and grenades. I'm not going to do that today, but you can. I'm not gonna add it to the knife or the grenade today. So if you want to do that, then go ahead, but I am not right now. So I've got a lot of stuff to cover, and they work about in a similar way. The grenade, you might have to figure some stuff out. I think what we're going to do now is muzzle flash improvements, because I really do not like the current muzzle flash. If we play the game, it just doesn't look that good. It's just a part with a decal on it, and it like moves around, and it's just really ugly. So we're going to fix that today. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to use a particle emitter. We'll search for one in the toolbox. Honestly, I never really make them. They're kind of hard to make. You can also like pay for them, but I mean, I probably wouldn't. And you can just use them off the toolbox. So that's what we'll do. Right, so what are we looking for? Muzzle flash. I like that. Something like that. And just move it up. something like this, but I kind of want it to be a bigger burst, so we'll go ahead, size, I'll set this to, let's try 2.75. Oh, no. No, 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 no. This one we'll try, 1.5. This one we'll try 1. And then on this one we'll try 2. Okay, so now that we've changed the size, I want it to be a bit more, like, transparent. So light influence, if I turn this down, and then if I turn maybe light emission up, light emission makes it brighter. I'll make it more grey coloured, because it's black. I want it to be... Yeah, that's about right, I think. Transparency. Just leave it as it is, I guess. Lifetime, I'll change it to like... Okay, that just makes it really slow. I don't want it to be slow, I just want it to be... Okay, speed, if I change it to 5, it'll start going up. I'll put it as like 0.5, so it like it sort of like moves up slightly. That looks pretty good actually. I think that might be good. We could add in like a flash particle, but honestly, I think that's a lot better than what we have already. You can adjust this however you want. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So now that we have our particle effect, I'm gonna bring it... Oh, camera got stuck for some reason. I'm gonna drag it all the way to spawn. Oh, not spawn, just where our old stuff was. And I'm gonna drag this to like the muzzle of every gun that's here, and we're gonna attach these particles to the muzzle so that it basically, whenever we shoot, it just looks kind of cool. But now it's like there's 2 bursts, why? Is it because we changed the rate? Oh, not the rate, yeah, the rate, yeah. I don't really like that. I'll change it back to 1, I think, and then for lifetime, I'll change the lifetime to like 5. I'll change this lifetime maybe. Oh, the rate should still be on 1. Okay, we're getting there. I can change the transparency a little bit. Needs to be higher to be more transparent. Sorry, that's my bad. A little bit more. Just so it's like really subtle. But yeah. I don't know why I renamed this. I guess I just did that by accident. So we'll do it for the M4 and the M9 for now, because yeah, I mean, it's just like the easiest thing to do. Okay. Muzzle. We have this muzzle part, and we have our smoke effect. We're going to copy these particles, and we're going to put them into the muzzle. So now if we move this part away, as you can see, it just kind of looks like smoke. And we can adjust it as we see fit. That's kind of too much. I'm going to go with 0.8. And I also kind of want to change the size a little bit. They're all different sizes, I forgot about that. So 0.75. 1. And let's see. 1. And 1. 75. And 1. Looks okay. I'll accept that. We could make it go like away from the gun. But I kind of just want it to go up. I'll disable it. And now what we can do is we can add this to our view model in replicated storage. So just copy the particles and paste them in. And now all we need to do is adjust the code to not play our bad muzzle flash and play our good one. So let's do this. What we can do is, I think it was in server. It probably was, yeah, because it's firing on the server. That would make sense. Muzzle. That'll be. Oh, we put the fire code in the modules, don't we? Yeah, there's the muzzle flash. So, if I just comment this out, there's no other muzzle flashes, right? No. If I comment this out and we play the game, our bad muzzle flash is gone. But we need the good muzzle flash. So, in order to play the effect that we need, we'll say... Also, we should get rid of this. We'll say... we need the view model, which I don't think we have in this script. Ah, yeah, that's a problem. No, I know the way to get it. Instead of putting it in the view model, what we can do is we can move it to the actual gun itself. So I think it's in objects. No, it's not. You know what? I have an idea. Actually, what we'll do is I'll put the muzzle flash in objects and we'll add it to the muzzle in code, if that makes sense. So I'll change this to muzzle flash. And I'll change this to muzzle flash old, so we can just change back if we need to. And as you can see, it's in here. So now if we go down here, and I'll say, so instead of, so we set the parent to game.workspace, and what do we set the position to? So C-frame equals muzzle C-frame. We do have the muzzle C-frame. Right. Okay, so yeah, we do the same. We don't need to set the size. We don't need to set the rotation either. We do the same. So now this spawns in our muzzle flash. Something that we could actually do is we could set enabled on these. I disabled them. They're already enabled. That's cool. And then we can say for IV in pairs muzzle flash, we get children do if vcon is a particle emitter, v emit. And we'll just say and see if that makes a difference. Okay, yeah, actually changing that to 1 did make a difference. It actually works now. So that's a my bad on that one. That's called I make a mistake as always. So yeah, we've got this. What I want to do now is I want to make it a bit more better looking. So 0.75, let's say. Let's try it out. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like this. Not really, because we're adding it to debris after 0.1 seconds. So if I say, I'll make a variable called lifetime, and I'll say lifetime equals v dot lifetime. I'll set this to lifetime. So basically what we're doing here is we get the lifetime of these. They're all the same, so it doesn't matter. And we basically just feed that into our debris thing, so it gets rid of it after the particle's finished, instead of just immediately getting rid of it. And we'll change this back down to like, let's just do 5 for now. 5 seconds is a long enough time to have it stick around. Oh, did not work. Unable to cast number range to double. Right, so will 2 number work? It does. But it's lasting way too long. The lifetime should be maybe like 0.5 at most, probably. 0.25, and instead of doing this, actually, I'll probably just change it to 0.25. Oh yeah, I prefer that much more. That's great. That's awesome. We've improved our muzzle flash, finally. So that's cool. That's great. We also need to improve it for the M9 though, I almost forgot. So we have the code here. We'll just copy all of it. And we'll paste it into the M9's module. Somewhere down here. Yeah, here. And we'll publish. Just so we don't lose any progress if we crash or if we close it or something. Okay, yeah, this looks way better. So yeah, now that we have those, we can move on to our next thing, which is bum ba bum bum. We'll do an extra bullet in the chamber first. So for an extra bullet in the chamber, all we have to do to have a bullet in the chamber is make a variable called isChambered or something like that. That'll be set to true if there's a bullet in the chamber, and if there is, we have 31 bullets. If there isn't, then we have 30, or however many. So yeah, it's not extremely difficult, it's just going to be adjusting a lot of stuff. So, to start adding this, I need to probably go to the modules. We'll just start with the M4 as usual. Here I'll say is chambered equals true. And now in framework client, what we can do is if I look for reload, I might have to scroll through quite a bit. Here it is. So if M is greater than 0, then we need to set is chambered to true. Oh no, yeah, no. Then we'll set framework.module.is chambered equals true. And for this one, it's handled for us technically. We'll do it anyway. So we shoot here. If it equals 0, then chambered equals false. But when we reload, I'll just get rid of so if it's greater than 0, and I'll say copy this if framework.module is chambered equals true, else that happens are this. That should hopefully work, I think. So if I reload, it should go to 31. It does. That was pretty easy, actually. And if I do it from empty, it should just go to 30. It goes to 31. Right, that's another problem that we need to fix. So, okay, why does this happen? So here, when we shoot, we don't set it to false on full auto. That's the problem. There we go. Publish, and that should be working, I think, hopefully. So if I reload now, 31 bullets. And if I reload now, it should go to 30. Nice, and we can reload again. And it'll go to 31. Cool, that's that done. That really was not that hard, actually. So now we have, if I look at the list, reserve ammo. Reserve ammo is not that difficult, in my opinion. What we can do is max ammo will be like our max in a mag, let's say. And then we can have another variable called like reserve ammo that has all of our ammo. And we'll change that to be displayed on the hood. So reserve ammo equals, let's just go to 10 or something. And what we can do is when we set the we'll say reserve ammo here. I'll copy this line. Probably shouldn't update that in render stepped. I don't know why we're doing that. That's really bad performance. But oh well. So yeah, it's equal to reserve ammo, which now that it's changed, we need to actually make that have an impact on reloading, because with shooting it doesn't really matter. We can just, you know, handle that with shooting itself. We have ammo, so it's not really that big of a deal. It's just for reloading. That's all it'll affect. So what we need to do is when we reload, back to reload, oh, there it was. In here, when we reload, we set it to max ammo. So we're gonna start with if we're not chambered, because that's easy. That means we're empty, probably. So if we're not chambered, then what we do actually wait. Just to be safe, is chambered equals true. So we are chambered. So I'll set this ammo to 31. Just so that we are chambered at the start. So we start out chambered, and then we only become unchambered on our final shot. So we know we need to add 31 bullets, or 30 bullets even, to it. So we'll say if framework.module.reserve ammo is less than framework.module.max ammo. So if we have less reserve ammo than max ammo, then we can't add a full mag. I'll just say framework.module.reserve ammo equals 0. But before that, actually, I want to do framework.module.ammo equals framework.module.reserve ammo. And now underneath here I'll put else, and I'll say framework.module.ammo equals framework.module.max ammo, and underneath I'll say framework.module.reserve ammo equals module dot max ammo minus framework dot module dot ammo. Minus equals, actually. So I think that should work. If we just mag dump until we're empty. And we reload, we do it automatically. 180. So that's correct. Great, we have that figured out. So now we just need to do it for if we're not chambered, which to do that, just copy this, set this to +1. Set this to +1 because there's already a bullet in. Down here, I can just put this in another pair of brackets and put -1. Ammo equals max ammo +1. That's it, I think. We'll see if it works. 6 bullets, so we should go down to 204. There we go. Now we have reserve ammo, and let's just see if it runs out. And now if I reload, we'll be on 30, and we can't reload anymore. So if I shoot completely, we can't do anything. Reserve ammo obviously doesn't work for the M9 because we need to figure it out. So we'll copy these. We'll go to the M9. Scroll down to, I think it was under here. Set this to 18, and for reserve, I'll put that as max ammo. My bad. Nice. So I've decided to add in mobile and console support in the next video because honestly it's just a lot of effort and I don't really feel like it today, and it's probably going to make this video way longer. And I had to re-record like all the parts of this video apart from the hit markers one that was already done. But I had to re-record all of the parts, like sections of this video on the day that it's going to get uploaded because it's just the quality wasn't that great, and honestly I just figured like it wasn't the best like explained or anything I could do, so I had to re-record them. And mobile and console support was the only thing I didn't have recorded. So I just decided that now it probably isn't the best time anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching. In this video we added hit markers and better muzzle flashes. We also added in reserve ammo and chambering a bullet into your gun. Once this series is over, I'm gonna start trying to upload like every couple of days. I'm gonna say a video every 2 days. Because the beginner series isn't gonna be as long as this. I mean, like, the parts aren't gonna be as long. It's gonna be like 10 minutes per video at most. And then I also have devlogs coming up, so I can focus more of my time on my own stuff and get videos about it. I have Frequency Zero, which I'm working on pretty hard at the moment. I have started considering another project, but that's probably not going to be made until like maybe like 2020, like the end of this year or next year probably. It is not a Roblox project, it's Unreal Engine. But for now, thanks for watching. Yeah, and I don't know, like, remember to smash like and subscribe or something, I don't know. I'll end it on that, that's pretty good.